do about IGR monitoring. When we're talking about IGR, just internally generated revenue. These are revenue that is generated within the state jurisdiction. And the main sources for this revenue is through taxes, in which we have different kinds of taxes, like the payee deduction, we have withholding taxes, capital gain tax, and different kinds of taxes. And I can say that all our activities in Alphabeta steer towards monitoring. Monitoring is our core activities here, or even the IS, everything they do is just towards monitoring, this idea of monitoring. And for effective monitoring and control on government revenue collection system, there is need for us to categorize all our taxpayers according to their profile into different sectors and units, in which we have finance sector, we have public sector and diploma and road taxes, we have education, media and health, we have energy manufacturing, we have so many sectors that all the taxpayers have been categorized. For us to be able to categorize all these things, we make use of the application we have on ground. We have the EBS RCM. This EBS RCM is designed to ensure real-time online tracking of payers' revenue. So we use this application to do that for easy categorization. And because we know we are in global world now, technology advancement, we need to monitor electronically because before we go out on tax monitoring, tax marketing, going all the streets, doing enumeration and all that. But because of globalization and technology advancement, so we need to monitor electronically, in which we do that through ePay. ePay is just an enhancement on EBS RCM. It is developed just to enhance effective delivery of services to our clients. So with this on ground, with this application that is very versatile and robust, we can monitor electronically because all payments are made in the bank. And the moment the payment is made in the bank, we can monitor right from the bank in the way that when the payments are posted into the database, it will automatically hit our database. Because the moment it hits the server, it will generate automated receipts, and the database will be updated, in which we can monitor from our office, and every other agency that are given the privilege can as well view the transaction. In the course of our monitoring, we come across merging of multiple PIDs. We come across multiple PIDs in which we are here to merge, and we do that after verification to ascertain authenticity of the PID, of the taxpayer, whether all the multiple PIDs really belong to the same taxpayer. After verification and all that, we make a recommendation of those multiple PIDs. We have a session that is in charge of that to do it, but they must establish their confirmation that really this multiple PID belongs to the person. But this multiple PID, we can discover that this PID, we don't create it here. The bankers, they do the creation of PID. So it could be as a result of maybe not impatient to search for the existing PID. They can just create another PID for them. So this has posed as a challenge, but we are here to work around it. Once they bring applications to us for such issues, we look at it critically and do justice to it. But in as much as we do that, we still enlighten them that any time they go to bank to make payments, they should endeavor to go with the ETTC card. But on the ETTC card, we have the PID, that is the unique identification number written on it, so that it will enhance proper tracking of payments. So monitoring of tax audits, some of them is tax audit monitoring agents. These agents are appointed by the LRS, Lagos State Internal Revenue Services. In the course of our monitoring, we discovered that most employers of labor, they deduct these taxes we're talking about at source. because the provision of the law concerning these taxes is that they should deduct this tax we're talking about at source. So once they deduct it at source, they find it difficult, either by omission or utterly non-compliance. They might not remit it to the government's force. So we come across such issues. So what we do, when we come across such issues, we collate all the names of those companies and forward it to LRS for investigation. So after the investigation, they will, all the tax audit agents that has been appointed, they will just tell them to visit the company for investigation and to conduct a tax audit exercise of them. So in which maybe one way or the other, if they are found guilty of not remitting appropriately, they can just generate a kind of company liabilities for them. Before they are giving such notice, after the report will be sent to a kind of a unit, a strategic unit for the assessment, to be sure that, okay, this company are really going, they are defaulting in this aspect. So after that, the report of the strategic unit will be used to raise demand notices, in which they will give to the company. So, and the company, they have a way of responding. It's either they go to bank to make payments, or they come out officially outright that, okay, oh, this liability is not ours. They come out with their evidence of payment and all of that. So that is that. So distribution of demand notices. Yes, I've said earlier that, like tax audit units, they make use of demand notice just to notify those their tax defaulters that, oh, you are yet to pay your dues. And there are some other sectors that make use of demand notices. We have the LASEPA, that is Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency. They make use of demand notice to their taxpayers to notify them that, oh, they need to, their environmental discharge, development discharge is due, they need to pay it up. So they make use of demand notice. Land bureau, they make use of demand notice as well to notify the landowner, Lagos State landowner, that, okay, they need to pay up their ground rent and all of that. So these sectors, they use demand notice to notify their taxpayer. And we distribute it either through postage or the dispatch rider of the company. Part of electronic monitoring, we make use of SMS. You know, we are in a global world now. Everything is changing. Technological advancement. So we find another way of communicating to our taxpayer. Because we have a very robust database that we have that is full package with different kind of information concerning the taxpayer. They have the phone number, everything. So we just pick a phone number that has been maintained there. There is a module on our system that gives a provision for this through ePay. Because the ePay is designed for this purpose, for effective delivery of services to them. So when we come across a taxpayer that is defaulting, based on our record, so we just go to our system through the database, we send a message to them that they will get instantly, they receive it instantly. Weekly watch list. Weekly watch list is, you can have sample of weekly watch list. This is a kind of analysis that we do. We use our reports that we are able to generate with the help of our application on ground to come across all these things. With all the companies that are defaulting, with facts and figures, we bring them out and collate it, and we send them to LRS. The purpose of this watch list is just to reveal to Lagos State that, oh, government, we have a substantial amount outside to be brought to the government covers. With facts and figures, we bring them out. You can see it. You can please pass it around. Just to cheer up the government, oh, they need to work on this thing. Because we are here as a watchdog. Just to tell government, oh, government, your money is here, hanging here. So they will for further processing. So this is the purpose of watch list. And we have informal sector. I've said that all the taxpayers are categorized based on their profile. This kind of informal sector, we have all the artisans. Thank you, madam. We have the petty traders, the transport workers, and all of that. We are categorized under the informal sector. We do our monitoring through the association because since they don't have a record of business register, with any of the state agencies. So we monitor them through their association. So how do we do that? We go out, there's a team that comprises the LRS, the Alphabeta, Ministry of Commerce, I can say you know more of it, and the transportation there as a group. So they go out for enlightenment, for sensitization, to enlighten them why they should pay tax and how they can go about it. So when they go out, they distribute forms to them and lead them to bank to make payments. Once they get to the bank and make payments, and PID, that is the payer identification number, is assigned to them, definitely the payment will be tracked. And because it automates updates in our database. That's how we do our monitoring there. So follow up on ETC application. ETC application, we come across that most organizations, they do taxes at source. I was here when one of my colleagues asked if any of you have ETC cards. So surprising that you see that they pay tax, but for no reason they don't have the tax clearance. So what we do in our hand, there's a team that go out for visiting. They have a chat with them. When statistics they say they don't have, so we give them a kind of direction on how to go about it. So they go there to enlighten them how to go about the ETC card. There's a session here, there's a department that do the printing and all of that. So we give their form for renewal or anything. They bring the form, they endeavor that they collect back the form and make sure that the form is properly processed and print a card and also take the card out for distribution. So that's how we do what we do up there. So when we're talking about payments, we do our tracking, as I've said, with the help of our versatile application we have on ground, the EPA and the EBS apps here. When the taxpayer gets to the bank, so I'm trying to put you through the process and how we are able to track our payments. When the taxpayer gets to the bank, make payments, we ensure that the teller in the bank assign a unique identification number to the taxpayer. The PI is not supposed to be two, but because of, I don't know, maybe they are being busy, no bank, the teller, how they behave, they can just say, you can just put dots, just to differentiate, because if they want to use the same name, since that has a system PID, it will not accept it. So they can just use dot or comma or something to differentiate it so that the system can accept it. So they, in a way, create a multiple PID for the payer. So when the payer gets to the bank, make payment, they assign a payer identification number to the taxpayer. And every state agency have a unique identification code. And there's also a unique identification revenue code. The revenue code is just to differentiate different kind of the classes of payment we have. So there is a unique revenue code, agency code, and we ensure that the taxpayer make use of relevant code for their payments, and also make sure that all the payments rightly they post it to the appropriate agency account for proper recording and